I thought they did a tremendous job, especially in the first half. When you look at those guards, I thought they played extremely well tonight. Not only did they score for themselves, but they did a great job of getting everybody involved. I thought we were a little slow getting started. Obviously, we got in a big deficit early, and we had to battle back at halftime. We talked about obviously staying the course, and I felt like if our guys stayed the course and obviously we got made some shots, we would get back in the game because I thought our press could get us back in the game, and certainly we did and put ourselves in a situation to be able to win the game at the end. Very unfortunate. I think those guys in the locker room battled extremely hard, obviously, for the win, and came up a little bit short. So I'll take questions.
Front row. First question.
Brett Friedlander, North State Journal. Kevin, you guys tied the game 5 times, but were never able to get ahead. How important was that to try to get that lead and make them come back on you?
Well, it was important. They had an answer, and they did a good job. Every time we made a basket, they would come down and make a basket. If you were a fan, that last 3 minutes of the game was pretty exciting. For us, we just couldn't get over the hump.
To our left, please.
How tough is it to face 2 guards like Jerome Robinson and Kai Bowman, and just what do they do that makes them so difficult to guard?
Well, they're good players. When you look at it, both of those guys they're very good at getting into the paint. They can score from all 3 levels because those guys can finish around the rim. They're very good at free throw shooting when you foul them, and then both of them shoot very well behind the arc. Very good players. I've said this before. Could be arguably the best backcourt in the ACC.
Back of the room.
Coach Hayes, Permar Sports Channel 8. You spent the past few years coaching in a league where the conference tournament sort of determined if you kept playing. In the ACC, there's a good chance that you'll be playing even after you lost this time. What's the difference in mentality for coaching in one of those leagues versus coaching a league where you probably play more games? You don't need to win this to extend your season, but obviously you want to win. What's the difference in mentality?
I think the approach is the same. You don't obviously you go into every game expecting to win the game. We obviously went into this game with the expectation that we were going to win and we were going to advance. It's a little different because you're right. When I went to last year when I was at UNCW, we'd won 28 games. And I knew if I didn't win that championship game, there's a good chance that I might not make any postseason play. So it's a little bit different. But I think as far as your preparation and mentally prepare for it with our team, we prepare to win every game.
Middle of the room.
Hey, Kevin Adams, Agoria. How will you approach Selection Sunday? Where will you guys watch it? And, how confident are you that you'll hear your name called on Sunday?
Well, we'll get together as a team. We haven't decided, obviously, Adam, where we're going to watch it. But I'm excited about our team. Our body work is pretty good when you think about what we've done and, in a short amount of time and, look at winning, beating 5 top 25 teams and winning on the road and a couple wins against the number 2 team in the country. And so I'm excited about it. I'm excited for these guys for the opportunity.
Front row.
OMeara, as you go back home and reset for the next tournament, do you put this out of your mind and just flush it, or do you keep it in mind and kind of use it as motivation?
I definitely use it as a motivation. This type of losses hurt, and you got to use that pain to basically as energy for your next opponent.
Or left.
Coach David Glen from the David Glen Show on ACCSports.com. When you all tied it late, we looked it up. And if you had won this game, it would have tied the biggest halftime deficit comeback in the history of the 65-year-old ACC tournament. I know you're disappointed, but can you take something from what you saw in what was almost a record-tying comeback?
Yeah, David, I wish you would have dropped a little note to me so we could know that. I told the guys that the next opportunity that we have to play a game, it's going to be the last time that the seniors get a chance to play together. We cannot have the start that we had. We didn't have a great first half. I challenged these guys at halftime, and obviously they responded. I thought they did a tremendous job. For whatever reason, we didn't play extremely well to start the game. But what we'll take from this is that, when it's one and done. You got to play the entire game. You got to finish games. And obviously, we didn't do a great job starting, and I thought we finished the game. But we were right there, David, to win the game, and certainly it would have been a great win for us.
OMeara, Andrew Schnittker with The Technician. You had most of your points in the second half. What kind of adjustments did you make coming out of halftime that let you do so well in the second half?
I would say I just kept shooting. That was the mentality. You know, I just made the regular shots that I would. They didn't fall down in the first half, but I just stuck with it.
Front row.
Kevin, how big a deal was it to have Torn get 2 fouls so quickly and only play like 4 minutes in the first half? Because he seemed like he was really active on the boards really early, and then the energy kind of went down when he went out.
Yeah, it changes our team. You know, obviously, we've been a little bit more successful. We got 4-guard rotation for the majority of the ACC play, and it changed us a little bit. And Malik, I thought Malik came in and did a good job, but certainly he got in foul trouble. But it definitely changes you.
Back of the room.
Kevin, what happened there at the end? What did you see, and what was the explanation?
On which part?
On the technical.
You know, Markel Johnson got caught into emotion. You know, the one thing that we try to do as a staff is we try to tell them how many timeouts we have and whose possession, because we're always a trapping team. And if it's our possession, then certainly we'll take a tie-up because we'll take a possession. And he's not to blame on it. You know, he made a play. I wanted him to get to the hole with obviously 7 seconds to go and then obviously get back into our defense and try to get a steal and quick foul. And he just got caught up in emotion, and he called it. I didn't see it, but I'm assuming that he called a timeout.
Anyone else? Okay, thank you.
Thanks, guys.